Hey fashionistas, welcome back to That's So Allegra. I'm obviously Allegra and today we're obviously going to be sewing. So I wanted to do a very easy, quick DIY for all the beginners out there. I'm still technically a beginner. I only started sewing like a year ago, so I still consider myself a beginner. So I recently went to Joann's and I got this stretchy fabric with this beautiful print. And I was like, what can I make out of this? I only had a little bit, you know. I got what is called a remnant, which is the end of the bolt that they usually just mark down half price, and you can just buy it just like that. So I'm gonna take this fabric and make a tube dress. So if you're interested in seeing how I do it, keep watching. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe.
These are the materials I'm going to be using for this tutorial, which is my cutting mat, my pins, and you can use any type of pins. I also have a seam ripper, and I'm going to use these washers that I got from Home Depot to hold things down. And I'm also going to use my stretchy fabric that I got from Joann's and a dress that fits me perfectly to model and use as my pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and use my rotary cutter, which is a tool I forgot to list, and cut off this selvage edge. Here I'm just going ahead and using this ruler to make a straight line as I cut the fabric in half. This fabric has a 4-way stretch, so whichever way I cut it, it would stretch either way, but just make sure that yours does stretch the correct way before you cut anything. Here I'm just going to lay my fabric right sides together and make sure everything is aligned nice and neat. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the dress and line it up on the fabric, making sure the area that I want to cut out is perfectly flat. And here I'm using my rotary cutter and cutting around it, leaving some room for seam allowance, which you don't really need much of if your material is super stretchy like mine. Once I have half of the dress cut out, I'm going to go ahead and fold it over to make sure everything is nice and symmetrical, and use my fabric washers to hold this down so that nothing moves out of place. Then I'm going to take my rotary cutter and do a straight cut all the way around with no seam allowance because we already added it on the other side. Wow, we're already halfway there, guys. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pin both sides and do a zigzag stitch, which is great for stretch fabrics, on both sides while they're right sides together. Once that's sewed, you're all done. You don't even have to hem the top or bottom because this fabric does not fray. It's kind of like a t-shirt material almost. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!